local news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Hey, with weather like this, it's got to go good. Terry Henne here at Radio Center, along with Jonathan Dent. And, John, we didn't break any records over the weekend, but who cares?
We're on our way to it today.
Yeah, making up for whatever we missed on Saturday and Sunday. Very nice weather over the weekend. A lot of folks out working. Can't believe I saw some people with the lawnmower out, and they had the bagger on.
Really?
Yeah, but, they're picking up some trash and that stuff from over the winter, and hopefully they had all their electric cords picked up from the Christmas decorations, right. So they didn't suck those up in. But no, it's are we rushing the season? Well, Mother Nature is, so I guess everybody is gonna rush it. Just absolutely gorgeous all across the country. Looking at some record high temperatures in the central part of the nation, as well as down south. For us here, as I said, we didn't the last couple days or so, but we're well on our way, not only for a record high for the day today, but also the warmest ever for a March the 4th. Right now on the thermometer, Jonathan, what do you have?
Well, right now out at the airport, we're looking at 61 degrees under sunny skies. Downtown Midlands at 62. Here at Radio Center, 63 degrees. We do have a little bit of a breeze out of the south-southwest right now at 8 miles per hour, and our barometric pressure is holding steady at 30 even.
We'll get to a little bit more of the weather, obviously onward and upward for the day today. But before we do all of that, I don't know if it's onward and upward in New York, but let's find out. Steve Anderson from Baird & Company joining me right now. Stephen, good morning. Happy Monday.
Man, a happy Monday to you too, Terry.
What are we looking at in New York right now?
Well, we're not going up and away like the temperatures are around here, but we're not in too bad a shape either. The Dow Jones Industrial Average right now is at 38,971. That's down 116 points on volume of 200 million shares. The NASDAQ, golly, excuse me, the NASDAQ is at 16,233. And that one's down 41 on the day. So just a little bit of down.
I guess. The tip of the day. What do you think, Steve?
Well, the tip of the day is often your retirement plans at work, they give you oceans of different options as ways to invest your money. And then you have no advice or nothing to figure it out with. So people will often decide, well, I'm going to put the things in my retirement plan that had the biggest gains over the last year or three. Because usually they give you 1, 3, 5, 10, and forever numbers. And if you're looking at shorter trends, 1 and 3 years, and then just building a portfolio that's all the stuff that went up the most during that time period, you're setting yourself up to be in a situation where you go down all at once, the whole account that you have. Because normally for that to happen, there is some correlation between the various funds that you have there, either same sector, same style, something that makes them operate the same. And you're not really getting true diversification. So make sure when you're analyzing your retirement account that you're looking at it as to how is it allocated? How does that allocation match up with what I think I'm supposed to have? And if you're doing something different in your retirement account for a reason, and you might because it's tax deferred, make sure that the stuff that you have in your other investment accounts complement it and don't mimic it.
Yeah. and how to organize everything, get it all straight, we can get a hold of you. How do we do that, Steve?
You sure can, and we'll sure help. You can call us right here at Baird & Company, Saginaw. The telephone number is 989-790-5724. Or you can reach our Midland location at 989-839-9035. You can find us on the web also at rwbaird, that's BAIRD.com, and then just figure out there, just look for whichever representative or whichever office you wish to speak.
All righty. You have a great day, Steve. We'll talk to you tomorrow, okay?
Sounds good to me. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Steve Anderson over at Baird & Company. I mentioned a little bit earlier about some of the record-breaking temperatures. A little bit earlier this morning, Chicago started off at 57. They're going to hit at least 73 today. St. Louis, Missouri, they started the morning off here at 65. They're looking for a high of 78. Cincinnati, Ohio, it was 42 before sunrise, looking at a high today of 75. Traverse City started off at 52. Indianapolis, they're looking at 75 for a high today. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, looking for a high of 75. Now, yesterday, Quincy, Illinois hit 82 degrees. Minneapolis, St. Paul hit 74. That's the first time in recorded history that they hit 70 degrees in the month of March. Newark, New Jersey hit 70. New York City was 68. Hartford, Connecticut was at 67. And then, of course, you go a little bit further to the west of the Mississippi, and reality strikes. Not only have they been, average, maybe just a little bit below, but quite a bit above average as far as snow goes, especially for the western third of the continental United States. And they're going to continue to get that winter-like weather for the next several days. For us, our record high in this state was 56. And Jonathan, as you said, what are we looking at, about 63 or so?
Yeah, 63 right now here. Out at the airport, 61, and that's where they measure those records. So
we hit that already. The record low, thank goodness, we're not going to worry about that for another year. 6 below zero, set in 1962.
Oh my.
Yeah. Incidentally, the coldest ever March the 4th was 1962. 12 was our high, 6 below was our low. The warmest ever was in 1964. 55 was our high, 37 was our low. So you got a real good idea. Not only are we going to break a record high, but we're also going to be the warmest ever in the month of March. Now, is this unusual? It sure is. But back in the late 70s, I had a chance to plant some silver maple trees. And I was planting them on the 7th, 8th, and 9th of March.
Really?
And I was swatting mosquitoes at that time. I remember it very well. It wasn't a fun task.
I can
Not
imagine.
at all. It was bad. Matter of fact, I had an R.G. Dunn cigar with me, and I don't smoke, but I did that day because my grandfather always, when we worked down where the mosquitoes were really bad, he always had a cigar. And obviously it smelled, and mosquitoes didn't like that aroma. So they stayed away. So a lesson from Grandpa, well learned.
Yeah.
But I didn't feel that great that night. I'll tell you about that. 74 is our projected high for the day with mostly sunny skies, partly cloudy skies tonight with a low of 50. Sun will set this evening at 6:30, rise tomorrow morning at 7:05. We're going to have some scattered showers around because the clouds move in. They'll be moving in after midnight, more than likely tonight. And we'll have a northwest travel. That shower activity is going to start up north and move in a southeasterly direction. During the morning hours, our high temperature will be just after midnight tonight, tomorrow, dropping down through the 40s. Cloudy to start with showers tapering off as the day goes on. Partly cloudy in the evening tomorrow night. We're looking for a low of 34. And then on Wednesday, that low pressure system, which will track along the Michigan border, will be well to the east of us. We're going to have a northeast breeze as a result on Wednesday, 45 for a high, 30 for a low, clouds and sun. Then partly cloudy on Thursday. Chance of some clouds and showers on Friday and Saturday, and then partly cloudy on Sunday. Thursday's high will be right around 48. Friday, low 50s, 52. Saturday, we're going to be looking at 42 for a high. Same thing on Sunday, about 42 there as well. Long range take us all the way through the 17th of March. St. Patrick's Day, above average on the temperatures throughout the period. Slightly above as far as the moisture goes. So this above average temperature trend, where we're at 37 for a high, 22 for a low, we're just going to keep above that for the next several days. I'm not looking for any transition to below average until no earlier than the last week of March, Jonathan.
Really? Okay.
So Easter Sunday might be a little bit on the chilly side.
Well, with all of the nice weather that we're having, we should pay for it at some point, and we will.
I'm sure we will. Hopefully the trees and everything, they're starting to bud out there.
Yep.
And our folks in the nursery business with flowers and all that, they're a little concerned right now.
Having a hard time keeping it at bay.
Yeah, trying to keep those flowers down just a little bit because nobody wants to get them in as early as what Mother Nature is signaling right now. More on that weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, Jonathan, who do we have?
We'll be talking with Cody Harris from Star of the West. He'll start us out with our market report today. Then we'll head over to Doug Klein at Oppenheimer. All of that's ahead, but first, the weather report today has been brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Steiner Tractor. New parts for old tractors made easy. You know, they understand that your life and your job both stop if your tractor stops running. And some of you like to use those older tractors and you need a part. Steiner can provide. You want that tractor to look extra special? You know, with all the activities coming up, the festivals, you want to show that tractor off, the parades? Not a problem. Steiner will help you sharpen it up, everything from a part to make it run to the paint to make it look really nice. 800-234-3280. That's the telephone number, or go to steinertractor.com. Let's take a look at those markets right now, see how we're taking off here for the beginning of the first full week of the month of March. We've got Gary Kaufman at Star of the West. Gary, good morning.
You got Cody Harris from Star of the West.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Cody,
I wasn't listening to you. Hi, Cody.
One moment, please.
I think he took offense.
Maybe.
Cody's not there? All right, is Doug there? All right, let's switch over to Doug Klein from Oppenheimer. Doug, good morning. You get the headline today.
Yeah, no kidding. I get the... Maybe it was too good for him to report that the crop prices are actually up today.
Wow.
He just fell off his chair when he looked at the board. Like, oh my God, I can't. I don't think I can handle it.
And then I called him Gary on top of that.
Yeah, whoosh, couldn't handle it.
No.
I get it. I understand. I'm old salt, so I can handle just about everything.
and broad shoulders too.
Yeah, no kidding.
There you go. You got to have some of these days.
Jeez, I tell you. But so what's going on today? Yeah, grain prices are up today. I don't know that it's a trend yet, but it's a good start, you know. Crude oil is down a little bit today. Again, I hope it's a trend, but right now it's just a good start. What else? Bitcoin hit 67,000 today. I think that's ridiculous. But anyway, that's still going on. Pfizer hit another new low today. I guess they fell in bed with the wrong people because they don't seem to be able to get any traction at the bottom of their curve as at this point. Other than that, here are your numbers. The March corn is 4.19 1/4, up 7 cents. July corn 4.41, up 4 3/4. March soybeans 11.47, up 4. July soybeans 11.65 1/2, up 4 1/4. The March wheat is 5.64, up 4, and July wheat 5.68 1/4, up 7. Crude oil 79.48, down 49 cents. Heating oil is 265.96, down 4.5 cents. Gasoline is 260 1/4, that's down 1.2 cents. And natural gas 197, that is up 13.5 cents. Been on a bit of a rallied about 15% in the last 15 days or so. Over to currencies. Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys $1.3561 Canadian. That's up another 4 ticks. The dollar buys 150.49 yen. That's up 38 ticks. The euro's at 108.57. That's up 20 ticks. The dollar's at 103.80. That's down 6 ticks. Gold is at $2,125.60. That's up $30 an ounce. Silver's 23.87, up 62 cents. Platinum's at 905.60, up 17.60.
All right.
No rally in precious metals.
I guess. But it's not helping our trade at all, is it? No.
Oh, my.
Yes. Doug, you take care. Have a good one, all right?
Yep, you too.
Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Now we'll slide over to talk to Cody Harris. What do you think, Jonathan?
Yes, we should. Cody, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How you doing today?
Hey, we're doing great, Cody. Understand the markets are doing pretty good, too.
Yeah, it looks like the sunshine got these markets going here today. You got green across the board here as far as corn, soybeans, wheat. A lot of that, at least for corn and wheat anyways. It seems like there's some fun covering going on in the corn and wheat arena that's really rallying those markets. And it seems like there was a big sale of soybeans last week. I think it was 450,000 metric tons, and that's really kind of leaking into this week here as far as what's rallying beans. But to get into it, we got cash wheat. That's up 7 at the moment, 555 on the white, 565 on the red. New crop wheat, that's also up 7, 563 on the white, 483 on the red. Look over at cash corn, that's up 5 at 340. New crop corn, that's also up 3 at 397. And look over at soybeans. Cash soybeans are up 4 at 1070. And new crop soybeans are up 5 at 1065.
When is the last time we had all of them positive?
It's been a little while. I know it's been a couple weeks anyways. I know I haven't been able to say too much of good news the last few times I've been on with you. So especially to start the week off, the first full week of trading here in March is definitely a good start, but it seems like funds are definitely driving this market here today.
Yeah, it sure does. Cody, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. You have a great day, okay?
Yes, you as well. Appreciate it, guys.
You bet. Cody Harris over at Star of the West. Our market report has been brought to you by...
Market report today brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. The seasons are changing, sometimes daily, and so is the new Ram truck inventory at Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth. 2023 HDs are still coming in, and the 2024 1500s are arriving. So if you're in the market for a new Ram 1500, a Ram heavy-duty pickup, a ProMaster van, or a Ram commercial truck, and you want to buy with confidence from a business-linked dealer that knows what customer satisfaction truly is, well, it's time to go to Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, where family and service sells cars. Also by Thumb Bank and Trust, they've been making agricultural loans since 1895. Farming today continues to offer challenges that are very demanding, and Thumb Bank and Trust helps you stay up to date on industry trends and the trends of your operation. Thumb Bank and Trust, now with 13 locations throughout the Thumb and in the Great Lakes Bay region. Thumb Bank and Trust, where relationships are built on trust.
Who do we have on tap now?
Let's head over to Bay Landscaping and Garden Center now, where we find Jerry Samolsky.
Jerry, how much longer can we prune trees here?
Boy, trees, I think we can go a little bit longer yet. Until they start pushing and opening bud, you can. And, you could probably still trim them at that point. But, you shouldn't, because you can trim a tree anytime. There are better times than others. Of course, we're going to take oak and elm out of there for Dutch elm disease and oak wilt. We want to make sure we take care of that. Speaking of that, we probably, if you're going to trim an oak, get at it real soon, because as the temperatures heat up, the insects that drag oak wilt around might start getting more active. Just be safe than sorry. But trimming's also, any time of the year you can trim, Terry, but there are better times and worse times. And the worst time is when we're actively pushing growth, and that's going to be coming up real soon.
I guess. Jerry, take care. Have a great day, okay?
Yes, sir.
All righty. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Going to take a break, and then who's up next, Jonathan?
We'll be talking with Eric Sawatsky from Yo and Yo Accounting right after this.
Do you have a yield monitor in your combine? Do you print off a pretty picture every year, but you don't know what to do with it? Why don't you have PC Ag Solutions analyze your data to help you make profitable decisions for the upcoming season? We can help you analyze your data from your planter, sprayer, or combine and compare it to your soil types and nutrient availability. Anything from the planting date to your speed, population, and variety to elevation, drainage, and in-season applications. We can help you make the most profitable decision on your farm. Call us today, 989-868-4444. BC Ag Solutions, incidentally, is going to be having their 2020 training. That's tomorrow and Wednesday at the Saginaw Valley Research and Extension Farm. Both days, you're going from 9 until noon and 1 until 4. Don't know if you can still register, but give the office a call, 989-868-4444. Again, that's PC Ag Solutions 2020 training coming up tomorrow and Wednesday. It doesn't make any difference what crop you cultivate. You want to increase your profits and grow your business. Aqueous is a clear liquid that can be added to any of your current cultivation application methods. Works well with other chemistry too, and can be applied in the same application with no additional effort or labor costs. It is proven to work on your crops. Increasing your yield means increasing your profits and growing your business. Check out the return on investment calculator and see for yourself. Spelled Aqueus. That's Aqueous. Grow bigger, grow faster, and grow more. Go online at aqueous.com. We say good morning to Eric Sawatsky at Yo and Yo Accounting. Eric, a lot of folks like to use a vehicle, especially if they've got to do some traveling. Give us the latest as far as vehicle use and our taxes.
Yeah, Terry, there are a number of different rules there, so I'll try and summarize a bit. First, if you are a W-2 employee just working for an employer, typically you're not going to be able to write off mileage the way the current tax laws are. So your best bet in that case is if your employer is willing to reimburse for mileage, you provide that info to them and they can reimburse you, and then it's just a business deduction. But personally on your taxes, typically you're not able to at this point. If you do own a business and you're thinking about using a vehicle or purchasing a vehicle that's used in the business, you have a couple options of how you can get tax benefit for that. One is to take the purchase price of the vehicle and depreciate that. Whether you may be able to write that all off in year one, some you may be able to spread out over a couple years. But that's one option, is to depreciate the cost and then take actual costs for maintenance of the vehicle. So oil changes, gas, tires, that type of thing. So that's one option. The other option is to take a standard business mileage rate, which in 2024, we're looking at 67 cents per mile as the federal rate. So in that case, you'd have to keep a log and either reimburse yourself or take that deduction on the business tax return. If you're using some of that for personal, you have to account for that as well. So if you have a business vehicle and then drive that home at night and you're using it for other than business purposes, you have to estimate how much is used for business versus personal. So there's a number of rules there to deal with, but whichever option is better, you can either take the actual costs and the depreciation or a mileage rate.
Good.
And then the final thing
go ahead.
Oh, yeah, just wanted to add a final thing. If you, not many people know this, but there is also a mileage reimbursement rate on the personal tax return for medical miles. So if you have to travel a distance for treatment or something like that, the current federal rate is 21 cents per mile. So make sure you're logging those miles. And similarly, if you're working for a charity, you're doing charitable work, that is also has a business mileage rate of 14 cents per mile. So if you're doing either of those, keep a log. That's your best bet. And then deal with that when you're filing your income taxes.
Fantastic. Good advice. Eric, you take care. Have a great day, okay?
You too, Terry.
Eric Sawatsky with Yo and Yo Accounting. Had the opportunity to talk to Jeff Crone with the Michigan Wheat Growers, the chairman, when we were at their annual meeting. And I asked Jeff about this warm weather. Now, as far as the wheat crop is concerned, how's it faring with such nice weather, really?
Yeah, the wheat crop doesn't look too bad right now. A lot of the wheat that was planted early last fall looks really good. Some of the later wheat that was planted more towards the end of October and November, it did come up. It did emerge in December because we had such a mild winter, but no real water ponding on the wheat right now. And we have some bare soils out here with not much snow cover, but as long as we can avoid the real frigid winds, the wheat crop actually looks pretty good right now.
How optimistic are our wheat farmers for this year, Jeff?
Well, I'd say they're pretty optimistic, especially on the nice wheat that was planted earlier. That does look good. You know, the prices always could be a little bit better, but we're trying to do a lot of different production practices in our fields to optimize our yields the best that we possibly can.
So at this stage of the game, not as many acres in, but the crop that's out there seems to look pretty good so far.
Yes, it does. We are down about a third of the acres compared to last year. But last year, the acres were up significantly. So this year we are down a little bit. And we're optimistic that we're going to have a good growing season. And it looks like it's going to be an early spring.
That was Jeff Crone with the Michigan Wheat Growers. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studio.